Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This time around, I'm going to be doing a review for Concussion, the 2015 one, because yeah, apparently there's a Concussion movie back in 2013. Nah, this is the 2015 one, the true life story. So yeah, this one stars Will Smith, Alec Baldwin, Albert Brooks, Gugu Mabeth Raw, David Morse, Arliss Howard, Mike O'Malley. Isn't that the name of one of the presidential candidates? Mm. Eddie Marson, Hal Harper, Edward Aquino Abadej. I might have fucked up that really bad. Stephen Moyer, Richard T. Jones, Paul Reiser, Luke Wilson, and Sarah Lindsay. So yeah, before I begin though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual for those who have yet to actually watch this movie times already. Stop the video, go check it out, and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch this movie times already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me and then I will give you a fair warning because as usual, I did. So as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So basically, this is the true life story. Sorry. It's basically the true life story of Dr. Bennett Omalu. And basically, this happened about 10 years ago, give or take a few. Sorry about that, give or take a few years. But it happened about 10 years ago. And basically, he found out that playing football damages your brain and gives you CTE, and it could lead to health issues in the future. And yeah, it's basically that. And a story on how the NFL, who owns the day of the week, the same day the church used to own, is basically going against him, saying, "Fuck you. We've known this for a long ass time. We've been doing our research." But there's no clear connection between football and brain damage. So yeah, now you have Bennett Omalu, played by Will Smith, who's trying to convince the world that there is some kind of correlation between brain damage and football, and the NFL is just kind of being a dickbag and not doing anything to support it, I guess is the best way to say it, or they don't want to admit it. So yeah, it's a pretty good film. I'm gonna say that much. Sorry. Yeah, get off. So I mean, it's actually pretty good. I actually really enjoyed this film. I didn't know what to expect out of this film. I knew it had Will Smith. You know, I knew it was gonna be good. I didn't even know it had Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin showed up. I'm like, shit. So yeah, it's a great film, to be honest. It's really well written, really well acted, and I really did like the concept of the movie. You know, this guy going against the fucking NFL, like, who owns the fucking day of the week, the same day the church used to fucking own. Like, how the hell is he gonna get away with this? Okay, it's gonna be a fucking conspiracy. People are gonna talk shit about this guy, and yeah, good for him for actually bringing this out to the news, to the world. Okay. Now, I don't know anything about football. I don't watch sports. The only time I ever watch sports is Super Bowl. That's the one day of the year I ever watch sports. Either that or when I happen to get sports tickets to to a baseball game or a basketball game or a football game, which happens once a year. So I only ever watch sports about 2 times a year, and that's it. So yeah, but I did know that there has to be some kind of correlation between brain damage and football. I mean, there just has to be. There has to be some kind of obvious correlation. I don't know. I don't know the science behind it, but there is a correlation behind it. And I just like and I like how in this film they kind of explain the correlation between brain damage and football, you know, and it was pretty cool and interesting to see because this guy, ultimately, this guy Bennett Omalu is like a mortician, or whatever. He inspects the bodies as to see as to why they die, and he notices, you know, he sees with Mike Sizemore or whatever at first, or Seltzer or whatever. Like, oh, his brain is kind of fucked up. Then he sees this guy something wrong. I forget. They're all Pittsburgh Steelers. They're all from the Pittsburgh Steelers, or were Pittsburgh Steelers players. So, you know, he kind of sees this correlation, and that was pretty cool. And them going against the NFL, and it is pretty tense, to be honest. Overall, it was pretty good. The only thing I felt was kind of, I want to say, it kind of felt, I want to say it felt tacked on. Because at first, it felt kind of natural the way they kind of presented it, but as the film kind of went on, and you focused more on his like private life with his wife and whatever, it just kind of took away from the movie. Like at first, it kind of made sense, introduce her, that'd be pretty cool. But as the film kind of progressed, it kind of just felt kind of weird. And you had this one scene where she's driving, and you have this car going behind her, and they never really explained that. So yeah. I mean, overall, it's a great film. Definitely do check it out if you like. Again, if you like conspiracies, another great movie for you right here. If you like football, and this is gonna be subjective. If you like football and you want to know a bit more about football and what kind of effects it has on you in general, this would be pretty good. And if you like football, it'd be pretty good to watch. The one thing though, and it's not really complaints or anything, it's just kind of a realization. This happened about 10 years ago, give or take a few. The people who they portray this from, for the most part, they must be alive. I mean, unless they say, oh yeah, this person died because of the brain damage crap. Unless they say that or whatever, unless they say they died, most of these people are still alive. So, the wounds are still pretty fresh, Like, oh shit, they're already making a movie on this. This happened like 10 years ago. Fuck. No! So yeah. Overall, though, it's a pretty great film. Definitely do check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, that's basically it for the review. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Great film. Definitely do check it out. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below your thoughts on the movie. Have you seen it? And if not, why not? And if you have, what are your thoughts on it? Comment all that down below. Let me know. Like the movie, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. Like the video. Sorry. And yeah, comment down below on your thoughts on the movie. And yeah, that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.